sports fans, ASMR Sports. Back with you, and today I was at a card show in my area. Usually the card shows by this organizer, which is really the only organizer who currently operates in my town of Fargo, North Dakota. But these card shows are roughly monthly, I think, and they're typically kind of the same dealers every time, and for me that's kind of terrible because none of these dealers really have anything that I'm interested in, which is primarily older unopened stuff, preferably in bulk quantities. There was a time when there were shows around me where you'd see more of that stuff, but I think I bought like everything that anybody in the area has, so consequently you see a bunch of just kind of like collector dealer types that just have a bunch of singles kind of laid out on their table, and it's like I have no interest in that whatsoever. So I didn't really buy anything except these. And there was a guy there, he had, must have had like 1,000 or 2,000 of these envelopes for $1 a piece. And I was like, you know what, that's a pretty low buy-in. Let me get some of those. I got 10 of them. I didn't get any discount. I'm sure I could have haggled, but I'm not really much of a haggler. I don't like to do that unless it's something that I know is wildly overpriced. So anyways, there was like a little sign there that had like, examples, or like some of the better cards you could get. And I can't remember exactly what was on there, but the only thing I remember is there was like a couple of Victor Wembanyama's listed on there. I think one was like a base prism or something. So the sign also said every card, I think there's one card per envelope. Maybe there's a couple, I don't know. But it said, every envelope is worth between like $1 and $25 or something like that, I think. So I have pretty low expectations here, but for $10, I figured make a video, have a tiny bit of fun, and maybe we can pull one interesting card. So let's dig in, and I can't remember if there were multiple sports listed on this. All I remember is the Wembanyama, so as far as I know, this is maybe a lot of basketball cards, and it looks like trying to figure out, like, this one appears to be also in like a semi-rigid. This one, yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe these are all in semi-rigid holders. This one I'm opening is. Well, there you go, there's the man of the hour. Although, man, why my camera? Oh, yeah. I'm super zoomed in right now. Wow. That was from a video I did before where I had to zoom in. So as I record this, but this will be several days. This will be posted probably several days afterwards. I'm watching Game 7 of the Wolves-Nuggets series, and it's looking like the Wolves are getting their butts handed to them, so I'm a little concerned it's the end of the road, and our dear Anthony Edwards is going to go back home for the summer without much to show for a really great season. But in the meantime, nice to get a card of his. Not worth $1, but at least it's a good name. This one feels like, I don't know, feels a little more rigid, like maybe it's a top loader, but yeah, it is. Alright, there you go, Carson Palmer. This is Chronicles draft. so that's pretty much worthless. It's a pink parallel. But, yeah. I don't think that's worth $1, but I don't know too much about Carson Palmer, so let's keep rolling here. Alright, well. Another base basketball card. There's a Donruss 2023. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I think I've only opened like a single blaster box of 2023 Donruss. It's pretty good looking set actually, with kind of the foil and the base design there at the bottom. So pretty cool, but yeah, again, not a $1 card, probably like a 20-cent card right there. So yeah, at this point, it seems like we're gonna need to have like one of the main hits to get our, well, okay, interesting. I'm looking at the brand of these top loaders, Card Dict. I don't think they thought that through very well, but they're sort of combining card and addict. But it kind of sounds like something else. Anyways, these are perfectly serviceable Card Saver 2 sized cards. Or no, are these Card Saver 2? No, I guess these are correct Card Saver 1s. Yeah. They're the Card Saver 1s are the big ones, and the Card Saver 2s are quite a bit smaller. I think these are Card Saver 1s. Trying to see if I have any, oh yeah, I do. So here's a Card Saver 1, yeah. So there you go. The same size as Card Saver 1. Anyways, there's a lot of kind of, off-brand versions of these Card Saver 1s out there now, and, I say why not use those for, primarily what you use these semi-rigids for is grading cards, and, what happens is you put the cards in here, you ship them off, and then they throw these Card Savers away, basically, so, you might as well use the cheapest ones you have, and then just put a nice, quality sleeve on that sucker. And that's the only thing that's going to touch your card when it goes in here. So even if this is kind of a crappier plastic or whatever, doesn't matter. I'm a fan of these, but I actually have never purchased any non-Card Saver brand semi-rigids. So it's nice to see some in action. Here we have a Patrick Waugh from, is this like 1990 Score, I believe. Yeah, 90 Score hockey. So that's like a 5-cent card right there, but looks like we're going to get a wide variety of sports here. We've gotten hockey, we've gotten basketball, we've got football. All we need is a little baseball to complete the major sports, major U.S. sports. Anyways, here we have Kenneth Walker, Rookies and Stars, base rookie from 2022 Chronicles. Okay, so no value there, I'm pretty sure. And, another decent name, De'Aaron Fox, but just a base hoops card, so this is about a 20-cent card. So not really any value if you're selling online, because you'd have to ship the thing, and that would be well more than 20 cents. So yeah, so far pretty disappointing. I guess again, I had low expectations, so not a surprise. Oh, well, this is kind of nice. Unfortunately, the Knicks got eliminated. And he actually, I saw he fractured his hand. I didn't watch the game really at all. But he fractured his hand, which is kind of nuts. And it's fun to see him in his Villanova jersey, because of course the Knicks had 3 guys from the Villanova team that he played on, on their NBA roster. So kind of fun to see him in the Villanova jersey. This is 2023, so it's like a throwback card, and it is a parallel. It's a green prism, so I don't know, in the heat of the playoff run that the Knicks were in, maybe this was worth $1. But that's probably a stretch. Alright, here's another 20, this is the same set, 2023 Prism Draft. probably opened a lot of this looking for Wembanyamas. This is a purple, I think that's purple shimmer. Not numbered, just a retail parallel. Jerry West, Hall of Famer. So again, probably a 50-cent card, maybe a 25-cent card, something like that. I feel like anything worth less than like $2 is pretty much worth zero anyways, because, you know, you're gonna ship that too. Anthony Edwards, again, that previous one, the first one we started with was a insert franchise features. This is a base hoops. And I think this is from the hoops holiday, winter holiday set. It's a parallel set. It's got the little kind of snowflakes there. 2023. So I wonder if they put a lot of, you know, Edwards in these envelopes, because, you know, obviously selling to a market where Edwards is hot, being where I am. Alright, this is probably one of the better cards we've gotten here, but not really worth much. It's funny, I don't know if I've ever seen this insert. I think this is a fairly new one, but this is an insert in 2023. Prism Basketball, Emma Thompson. Was one of the top draft picks. I don't think he did anything really last year. So, you know, if he takes off, this is a pretty sweet card. You know, could someday be worth like $10, but right now I bet it's probably worth $1 or $2. So it might be the only card that we got our money back on. But yeah, I don't know. I will say it's kind of, you know, these semi-rigids are in nice shape. They don't look, you know, abused, so they look pretty fresh. So everything's, you know, kind of presenting very well. Everything's kind of cared for. The cards weren't just stuck like in a sleeve and then put in an envelope, which would probably lead to damage, at least some of them. So, you know, overall, I would say it was a semi-pleasant experience opening these. Didn't really get any value, but, you know, I've done a lot worse spending $10. You know, if you buy a couple packs, really, or probably like a pack and a half of your average retail product, you very well are going to do worse, significantly worse than you did here. So, you know, can't say it's the worst value in the history of sports cards, but it is a bummer to not get any of the big names. But, you know, odds are very much against that. I think if there's pretty much just, I think there was like maybe 20 or so, maybe 15 or 20 cards listed on his sign that he had there, and that was probably the only, you know, kind of hit cards in the product. And there was, you know, as I mentioned, probably like 1,000 envelopes or something. So I think pretty low odds of hitting, but I don't know. I do get curious often at these card shows, because you see a lot of these sort of grab bag type products, and you sort of wonder what the deal is. I have to tell you, everything I do that's like a repack kind of thing is a way better value than these. Like, I was trying to think of the most equivalent thing. Would probably be like my cheapo packs where you get 10 cards for like $3, $2.99, $3. So you're paying like 30 cents a card, and you know they're just loaded with like base cards of like Trout and Judge and Mookie and stuff like that. So like those cards definitely I think are worth $1. Again, everything under $2 is hard to sort of imagine anybody paying for it, because the shipping would be more. But still, I think those cards are, you know, significantly more valuable. But those are only baseball, so who knows what my packs would look like if. Well, I don't know. I can still see, you know, putting like, you know, 10 cards of this, like this, in a, you know, in a $3 pack. So you'd get 10 of those for $3 instead of one for $1, which, you know, makes my product a much better deal. But I do not have any, like, you know, big hits in those products. Maybe I should seed the next round with a, you know, handful of big hits, maybe like some $10 cards or something like that. Could be interesting. I'll think about that. All right, folks. That's what we got for today. I hope you're doing fantastic. I am trying to do daily videos, so my content might suck. But luckily, when it sucks, because I'm doing daily vids, all you have to do is wait a day, and maybe it'll be better the next day. So I'm gonna keep trying to crank these out, and looking for interesting things to go over. Hope you guys are doing well, and we will catch you all next time. Have a great one. Bye now.